Brompton have released a new light set. Today we're going to run through the features, how to install them and the compatibility of the Brompton Be Seen lights. We have split this video into several chapters. We're going to run through them. Compatibility, opening the box, moving the bell, installing the front light, installing the rear light and charging. Generally there are two types of lights. Those to help you see in the dark, like these dynamo lights, and lights to help you be seen by other road users. Often these are used in conjunction, so your dynamo light to help you see and a secondary light to help you be seen. You might even use them as daytime running lights. If you don't have integrated shifters like these, or a brake like this that has two holes, stop watching. These lights will not work with your bicycle. If you have a saddle like this one, which is a Brook C17, or actually any other Brook saddle, or a Physics saddle, or really any other saddle that isn't a modern Brompton saddle, that has a point to attach the mounting block to the back of, the Be Seen lights will not attach to it, so you can just stop watching now. If you're not certain what this magical mounting point on the Brompton saddle is, we'll show you. It's just here, on the back of the Brompton saddle. We're going to use this one to show you how to mount it. So, what is in the box? The instructions if you've got bored of this video, the lights that really don't want to come out, and the bolts to connect them. And in the bottom, the mounting point for your saddle and for your front light, and also a USB rechargeable cable that I didn't believe was included, but it appears to be here. And the mounting block. Brompton recommend that the front light is installed the furthest side from the curb. So in the UK, that would be this side where the bell is. If you're in Europe, that would be this side. We are interested to know whether European Bromptons have the bell on this side or this side. To remove the bell assembly, step one is to remove the bell using a 2mm Allen key. I have been warned that there is a washer that will want to jump out and run away onto the floor, and I will never see him again. One washer. The bell assembly is held in place with these two bolts. We are going to remove it and then we're going to turn it upside down and install it on this side of the bike. And now I'm going to undo them. There is a plastic bit at the back that is poised to fall out along with the very small bolts. Just like that. So here we have our complete bell assembly. So this is the bell, his screw and his washer, my two screws, my main bell assembly and the adapter. This is where the bell is going to attach to. First of all, we're going to put the adapter in place. Then the bell assembly this way round so that we can ring the bell. Then I will get one of my bolts and try not to drop him. Remember, they're plastic, so they don't want to be too tight. As I haven't lost my washer, I'm going to have my washer on my screw and I'm going to pop it into the mounting bracket. And then I'm going to do it up using my 2mm Allen key. And finally, a quick test to make sure our bell is still working. Installing the front light. For this, you will need the mounting block, the handlebar mount, two small screws, the front light, and importantly, a 2.5mm Allen key. The mounting block goes the way that it kind of feels it shouldn't do, like this. And then the handlebar mount goes on the mounting block with the on-off switch to the left, so that when you install the light, the on-off switch is at the top. And then you get your screws and you pop them through the mounting block and the handlebar mount. And you do them up using your 2.5mm Allen key. Remembering it is a plastic assembly, so you do not want to do it up too tight. Once we have the mount installed, we can pop our light on. The light is simply installed by aligning the on-off switch with the on-off switch symbol on the mount and then turning it around. Then you can switch the light on by pressing the on-off switch and cycle through the modes by pressing the same button again. There are 5 modes, and the light will remember which one you used when you turn it off, which you do by pressing and holding the on-off switch. Installing the rear light. For this you will need the Brompton saddle mount adapter, an M5 button head screw, a rear light and a 3mm Allen key, and all importantly, a Brompton saddle. Step 1, installing the mount. It goes into the saddle and you actually can't get it the other way around, it won't fit. And then you use your M5 button head screw and screw that using your 3mm Allen key. Then all that's left is to install my light, which, like the front light, you align the on-off switch with the on-off switch symbol on the mounting bracket. And then twist it in place. Simply turn it on by pressing and holding the on-off switch, and you can cycle through the modes by pressing the same button and turn it off by pressing and holding. Charging. Now please don't shoot the messenger, but they're charged using a micro USB. So the important thing for this is that you need to make sure it's the right way up before you put it in hard. Otherwise it mashes it and you'll not be charging them again. Anyway, you peel back the cover and then put your micro USB into the charging slot. And then you plug it into your computer or your plug. It takes an hour and a half for the front and the rear lights to charge, and then you can go out and ride. And make sure the cover is put back in properly so that you don't get water ingress. When the lights are charging, there's a quite dim red light to the left of the on-off switch, indicating that the lights are charging. The light to the right of the on-off switch glows green when it's fully charged. We really didn't think we were going to like these lights because there's lots of alternatives which aren't so expensive, and we thought you'd just be paying for the Brompton name. But actually, we really like them. They're easy to install, and I don't think they're just going to, whoops, fall off like some previous versions. The other thing that I was very surprised at is they last a lot longer than we thought they would. We put them on full and we were hoping for them to go flat, and we're still waiting for them to go flat. So we'll keep waiting, and when they're flat, we'll charge them. If you liked our video about the Be Seen lights, we'd really like it if you gave us a big thumbs up. Brompton have released some new lights. Well, no, actually it's not some new lights, it's a new light set, so start that again. If you have a saddle like this one, a Brooks C17, or actually any other Brooks saddle, or a Physics saddle, or any other saddle that isn't a Brompton saddle, and when we say a Brompton saddle, we mean one of the more recent ones with a mount, with a point to put the mount on. If you're not certain what this magical mounting point is on the Brompton saddle, well, we'll show you. Now, let's take a look at the lights. They come in a very nice box with a front and rear light. Now, on the back of the light box, stumble. Brompton recommend that Now we're going to take a look inside the box. We have some instructions. The lights that don't want to come out.